up, everybody? Welcome back to Twisted Life of TV. I am Poetry. You are here for... It's supposed to be Traveling Talk Tuesday, but I really ain't got nothing to talk about going on in my life right now. I mean, absolutely nothing. I've been sick. Went on my vacation. Where did I go? Oh, y'all knew about that. I went to Austin, came back, and I got sick, and now I'm back. So ain't nothing really to talk about. I'm feeling a little under the weather today, and it's only because I got caught in the rain just today. We had like a downpour happen, and my little curls that I had is now a fluffed out fro because of the rain, but that's all right. So I'm just gonna do like a quick little mini, I guess, PNTV. It may not be quick and little. Y'all know I talk a lot. The live stream was canceled Sunday due to lack of participation, but that's fine. I know I bought some down. I went and bought Panda Express in exchange for cooking. I shouldn't have. That Panda Express was dry as fuck. How you have something that is super sauced up? Because I had the honey sesame chicken, super sauced up, and was dry as hell. I mean, like dry, like I'm choking on my food type dry. I should have just cooked, damn it. So I'm still gonna cook that meal because I really want to taste it. It looks like it's really delicious. I like chickpeas, I like rice, so I think that's what was in it. So yeah, I still want to try that meal. Only thing I had to buy, well, now I gotta buy the damn chickpeas. I gotta buy the chickpeas and I gotta buy the shallots. I've never cooked with shallots before. I always thought shallots and onions was the same damn thing all my life. And as I got older, I learned, watching, you know, Hell's Kitchen and shit, I learned that shallots is different than onions. But in this particular recipe, I could substitute the shallots with onions. So, I mean, I think they come from the same damn family. But I just wanted to cook with some shallots. But he had some big chunks of shallots on top. I don't need them no big ass chunks of shallots. School is back in session. I'm late for work. So it's gonna be, I'm gonna be hitting all these damn school zones. Ooh, we child. But anywho, like I said, I'm finna make this like a little PNTV. Man, it's so much going on with Trump and his trials that I have not been able to keep up. And I know I've been promising y'all videos. I'm gonna give y'all something. Like his fourth indictment was just handed down. Fonnie Willis, the district attorney for Fulton County, Georgia, just laid down the hammer on their asses yesterday, baby. Laid it down. Indictment number 4. I haven't even went over indictment number 3 with y'all. And we already on indictment number 4. She has named 19 people in this indictment. She is going to try all 19 people together. I'm quite sure some of them are going to try to get their cases separated, but as of right now, the DA say she trying them all together, all 19 of them. Rudy Giuliani is one of the many of the 19. We know Donald Trump is one of the 19. I posted up a video on the community board today where she breaks down every individual name. She is charging them. One of the charges is on the RICO Act, and I told you, usually when you hear the RICO Act, you think of drug cases or drug organizations or things like that. The RICO Act basically covers any type of organized crime where there's different factions or different levels, so to speak, of the organization that are all working together on a common cause. In this particular case, to overthrow the 2020 election where Biden beat out Donald Trump. And he was supposed to take his seat in January of 2021. So people are like, what's taking us so long to get all these cases together? First of all, it takes some time to build a good solid case, something of this magnitude. I don't know of any RICO cases that they didn't have years and years of collecting data to make sure that shit stick. So the fact that she did it in less than 2 years, baby, I applaud her. I applaud her. So yeah, Now, I saw on the news yesterday, or I saw a little something yesterday, that people were saying that, I think D.L. Hughley posted it up. He retweeted it from somebody else or reposted it from somebody else, saying that the RICO case is not going to have any jail time. It can be served with probation. In her press conference yesterday, Fonnie Willis said that's bullshit. In the state of Georgia, a RICO charge has a minimum sentence, and that sentence must be served jail time. There is no probation for a RICO case in the state of Georgia. Okay, so they are looking at actual incarceration. She also gave them to 12 o'clock noon on Friday to voluntarily turn themselves in. I'm surprised simply because the DOJ in the third Trump indictment case believed that Trump was a flight risk, or that he may flee prosecution, is what they said in that indictment. So the fact that she's allowing them to turn themselves in, including Donald Trump, is setting a different precedence as far as whether or not she believes he is a flight risk. She's trying to give them the benefit of the doubt, like, okay, yeah, we know that y'all are some trusted politicians and legal advisors and things of that nature. But so I'm gonna give y'all the opportunity to do the right thing and turn yourself in. If y'all don't, we coming to get y'all ass, because she has issued arrest warrants on every single person charged in that indictment. Every last one of them. So when I do my video, it ain't gonna be, I don't know, it's gonna be ongoing, y'all. It's gonna be ongoing. When I do that video, I'll break down the indictment itself. It's 97 pages, so I'm gonna have to do that separate from the third indictment. Like I said, right now I'm just giving y'all a summarization of what's going on. He going down. And one of the things I noticed from her press conference, she specified, or she continued to stress that this happened not only in Fulton County, Georgia, but in other places, in other municipalities. In the other municipalities, they're all included. All the other municipalities in Georgia, they're all included in her indictment. But she stressed this also happened outside of Georgia as well. That to me is saying, dear other states, check yourself. Because y'all know damn well he did the same thing there that he did here. Check yourself. We already know that in Detroit, in Michigan, that they have already brought down 16 indictments for the election fraud for this same particular election. She still has not announced that Donald Trump is part of that. But again, a RICO Act is different factions in different places, different levels of administration, different, you may have the lookout person, the the getaway person, you may have the one who's scoping, you know what I'm saying? I'm just random crime is what I'm throwing out right now. You may have different levels of people, but all of them are working towards one goal. So if these people in Georgia are doing the same things as the people in Detroit, it's very possible, or Michigan, it's very possible that they all are part of the same RICO, except that Georgia, can't prosecute Michigan. Michigan got to take care of their own. So I don't want to get too excited, because this man has been able to get away with so much so long, that somehow, somewhere, somebody is we already feel like we don't want to celebrate until it happened. But the fact that he's still able to run for election is beyond my understanding. I just don't get it. Like, he's allowed to run for election after having all these different indictments. Again, the indictment does not mean he's guilty. The indictment is saying, hey, this is what we think your ass did. Now they got to go to court and prove it, right? But having all these doggone indictments, he's still able to run for election. Now, one of the things that may stop him from running is that Donald Trump has been all over his Truth Social talking, spreading alleged rumors about the district attorney, Fani Willis, saying that she slept with a gang member, this, that, and the third. Basically, he's defaming her character. And then he's saying that she did so to grease the law, so to speak. So Fani already came back and said, well, you got 6 days to prove it. You know, you up here flapping your gums. You got 6 days to prove that I did what you saying I did. Or there could be another case against him. And that separate case will indeed prevent him from running for election. I don't know how far we into the 6-day window, because I forgot exactly what day that was posted on. But I did find the information about what he said. He's basically, he said this at one of his little meetings, you know, while he owned the campaign trail. However, he put it into a campaign ad. Of course, it's not his voice speaking, but at the end of the campaign ad, it's, you know, it's Donald Trump and he support this ad or what have you, right? In the ad itself, he goes after Jack Smith, you know, the special counsel on all his other cases. He goes after Alan Bragg. That's the guy that Utah guy also threatened to, you know, unalive. He goes after another prosecutor. I can't think of where's she from. He goes after another black prosecutor, and then he goes after Fani Willis in this ad, just smearing, dog walking their ass, saying all the supposedly corrupt shit that they do, or how they ain't got a backbone, and basically said this is basically Jack Smith's terror squad, so to speak. I forgot the word that he used. But he's saying that they all his lackey and they doing his work. Of course, you know, he always includes Joe Biden in that. Like Joe Biden is the ringleader or what have you. So yeah, I got the copy of that ad, and I'm gonna run that too when I do my video as well. It's just so much going on. It's so much going on. It's just it's amazing for me to be witnessing this level of justice being enacted on someone who was such of high status in this country. You know what I'm saying? People get into these political offices and think that they're above the law. They need to start doing more of this with officers of the law. They really should. Because these people think that they are above the law. Like they can't be touched. Like they could do the shit that they trying to lock criminals up for without any consequences. And the more and more Donald J. Trump flaps his gums over on Truth Social, the more it's hurting his third indictment that still has to do with this election case as well on the federal level. I'm not sure. The judge is trying not to lock him up. If it had been any other regular citizen, he would have been locked the fuck up and held in contempt of court. She keep giving him chances and chances, but what she's doing is bumping up the trial date each time he violates it. He should be having a fucking fine, a penalty on top of it. All kind of shit should be going on in my god doggone book. But Judge Chutnick, she seems to be at least trying to hold him accountable to the law as best as possible, but still give him a little bit of entitlement. Because like I said, any other regular citizen, once they have violated that protective order that they have as far as his digital matter and his digital posts are concerned, and things that he can and cannot say while he out on the campaign trail in regard that connects with this case, the more and more he violates it, he would have been under the jail until trial time. They still don't have a trial date set. I think that probably is the problem. They're hoping to get Jack Smith asked for around January 2nd. In Fani Willis' case, She says that the state of Georgia, that they go to trial within 6 months. So this is August, September, October, November, December, January, February. So at least by February, this case should be going to trial. She did say that she wants to try to respect the other 3 states. So we got Florida, New York. Is it 2 in New York? No, Florida, New York, DC, and now Georgia. These are the 4 different states that have indictments against Donald J. Trump, and she's trying to respect the other states so the trials won't overlap. Someone did ask her, has she been speaking with the special counsel in regards to her case and how it will factor into the federal case? And she said she's not, she pleaded fifth, or she didn't say plead fifth, but she said, she is not going to speak on the investigation at this time, which tells me, yes, she has been speaking with special counsel Jack Smith, because these cases do overlap. Okay, that's all I got on that. Child, Maui, wowie, y'all, it's fires burning like crazy down in Maui. Hawaii, wildfires. I never thought that I would hear things like wildfires that didn't come from a volcanic ash spreading in Hawaii. Usually when I think about some type of fire, I think about volcanoes have erupted and there's some lava and then catch fire, and I think of that. And they say that at least 87%, I think that's the correct percentage, of fires that happen in Hawaii are caused by humans. So it's not something necessarily about dry weather or, it's just so hot out here that the trees catch on fire or something like that. It's not that. 87% of the fires that have been found to be started in Hawaii have been caused by humans. I haven't looked deeply into find out the cause of this one. I haven't really looked at all. I just started looking last night at actual footage. It is devastating, to say the least. Lahaina, I think is the name of the area. Correct me if I'm wrong. Lanahai or Lahaina. I'm sorry, y'all, if I said it wrong. That community has basically been wiped out. It looks like a scene from an apocalyptic movie. After the fighting happens, or the destruction happens, or whatever happens, the alien invasion happens, then the next morning when they wake up and they venture out to go look at the rest of the world and see what's left, that's what it looked like. They said last time I checked, there was 96 people that have been reported as deceased, and 1,900 more that are unaccounted for. That's a lot of people to just be vanished. I think they said some people just headed for the water. Oh my gosh, it's hard for me to even watch the news footage on it, because just the thought of all the devastation that's happening down in that area. And as I was watching it, I started to recall the wildfires in Canada. They are still burning. There's what they said, 1,293 fires still burning in Canada right now. That is still yet to be controlled. And they expect these fires to continue burning all the way into the fall season. These 2 wildfires are some of the most precedent wildfires in these areas in history. I cannot imagine. Where are people going? I cannot imagine. I've been trying to look for funds or something, and like, what can I send? Some care packages? But where are they going? They don't even know where they're getting these care packages and stuff too. Oh. Now, when the floods happened in New Orleans down to Katrina, I remember my job got together details to go assist in those areas. I wonder if my job is going to do that again. And I don't know. I wonder if I have the mental capacity to actually volunteer this time to do it. I volunteered the last time in Katrina. but I didn't go. I think at the time that, they were still taking the volunteers, they had enough people, and things had started, different other organizations had started to pitch in. So I don't know. It's sad to see, child. It's absolutely sad. I have one friend that I'm aware of that still lives in Hawaii, but she doesn't live in that area. But indeed, I know they still feel some of the impacts. Because where are them people going? The ones who have been able to evacuate. Where are they going? Where are they evacuating to? Other islands? It's sad. It's sad to see. It's sad to see. So, the Montgomery beat down. The Montgomery boardwalk brawl. Okay. I'm still working on the video for that too. My camera keep dropping. What the hell? I'm still working on the video for that too. And like I said, there's so much keep coming out. So the initial 3 guys, 3 of the pontoon workers, 2 of the pontoon riders, they got arrested. All 3 of them are now have all turned themselves in. The folding chair guy, I have all their names. The folding chair guy, though, he turned himself in. They have arrested him. One of the women that was part of the thing, they have arrested her also. I'm not sure why it's only one. There were 2 very active women that was included in that. There was one white man that was questioned and released, and that was due to the co-captain. Like I said, I thought he was a security guard, but the co-captain, his name was Damien Pickett. He stated that this man was not directly involved in his attack or his assault. So they let him go. And I wonder if that's the white man that had the gray shirt on with the bearded mustache that was coming to talking to him. And he was with the white woman with the red dress on. I wonder if that's who got let go. I have not really dug deep into the specific details yet, because I'm trying to wait to put it all together. But it's still stuff coming out. Phone chair guy got charged with disorderly conduct. He didn't get charged with assault. He got charged with disorderly conduct. I want to know what his story was, because of course people were saying that there was racial slurs being hurled around on the dock, and I wonder if his folding chair fiasco was spurred by those racial slurs being stated. Like I said, I'm going to look more into that. The police chief did a separate press, I can't even say conference, but a short press briefing to explain why he was arrested. The memes, they gonna keep living on, baby. They going on with the memes. Friends of mine who have their little small business, they making t-shirts. I done seen people make the earrings. I done seen it out of the phone chairs, child. They making t-shirts with the phone chairs. They done make earrings with the phone chairs. I want to say it was on Shein, a purse phone chair, and then Five Below got phone stands. That's the folding chair. Folding chairs have been selling out nationwide. First of all, most black people got folding chairs. If you play cards, you play spades, dominoes, bones, any of that, you got folding chairs. You throw family reunions often, you got folding chairs. You on the church committee, you got folding chairs. So who buying all these folding chairs is tripping me out. And then they getting the plastic one, which that of course, okay, that is the one that was being wielded, was the white plastic ones that you use at weddings. That's the one that was being wielded. But if you want to do some harm, then y'all need to get them heavy metal ones with the padded seat. Those heavy ones, that's what you need to get. I'm just saying. if that's what you want to do. You know what? The crazy thing is, I'm going to say it now, which, you don't want to condone violence. However, I appreciate that people didn't resort to pulling out the bang bang on people. That's what I'm saying. I appreciate them throwing hands. You know what I'm saying? Old school fight. I think that's probably why it gives me so much joy. Even the tossations of the people into the water. One of the 3 people didn't get tossed in the water. One of them tried to run from the situation. He jumped in the water. He was one of the pontoon dudes. He jumped in the water to avoid getting beat down more than what he was getting beat down. I think they were saying that they was looking for one of the people who had tossed the person in the water. One of the people who tossed the person in the water was indeed crew, okay? But if I'm not mistaken, I probably got to watch that back again, but if I'm mistaken, the girl that they arrested, the white girl that they arrested, was the one who tried to come at her, and she flipped that bitch in the water. The second lady, she was down around the folding chair action, and she kind of got knocked in between the boat and the dock. I don't know if she was like getting away from the folding chair, or if the folding chair dude beat her. I don't remember who got her and put her down in that water. I have to look back at that again. So, before as I know, people are still being questioned. People still having conversations. There may still be more arrests, according to the police chief. Of the 13 original people that was detained, like I say, majority of them was the crew. We saw the crew post up a picture on social media that says, "We still here, we still stand, and we stick together." I told you, Captain was like, he wasn't firing none of them. They just did their damn job. He was happy. Because again, these same dudes was the same ones who had been harassing this particular boat for a few years now. And the last particular time, the Zachary Chase shipment, he was part of the little group who was harassing this boat when they stole the doggone golf cart and took it over to another facility. Okay. Now the police, like I said, talked the captain out of pressing charges then, and that's because Zachary's mama had died last year. So all these events are recent, within the last few years. And because his mama had just recently died, that the police chief was able to talk the captain out of pressing charges, from what I read. Okay. So yeah, but I still to this day, I don't care how many times I watch that back, baby. How many times I watch that back. It's fun to me. Every single time I watch it, I see something different, which is probably why I need to stop watching it, because it's making my whole thing of putting stuff together crazy. Maybe I need to tell y'all, I haven't gave up on Love and Marriage Detroit, but I swear I ain't thought about it ever since my vacation. It's hard for me to like stick with something that I'm not really enjoying. Oh my gosh. And then when I went on vacation, that didn't help, because I was like so carefree and so, used to be a point in time where I would go on vacation, I'd be like, oh my God, I gotta get these videos so y'all get them out. I hadn't been more thought about Love and Marriage Detroit. Is the show still on? And I missed like 3 weeks. I don't know, I'm gonna have to go back to this. I might give y'all a summary or something. I hate to have left y'all hanging, but it just is what it was. That's all I can say. It is what it was. Anywho, child. Yeah, I'm almost at work, so I'm running out of stuff to say. I'm still gonna do another traveling talk on Thursday, because there's so much that's coming out back and forth and up and down and around and around. Oh, I'll see y'all in the next video.